Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be finally looking at another NECA figure. This is actually the NECA toy line, not like the Toonie Terror one that I did, in one of my early videos. This is an actual NECA figure. This figure was actually released in 2011. This is Dominic Santiago from the Gears of War video games on the Xbox, or as they call him, Dom. This one's actually from, I believe, the Gears of War 3. You can see he has the beard already. You can see here he has a tattoo of Maria, his late wife that passed away. And right now we're just getting a good 360 view of the figure. As you can see, it's very nicely detailed. So what we're going to do next is take him off the turntable and take a look at everything he comes with. Alrighty everyone, as you can see, this is all the figure comes with. He comes with one item. This is the Gnasher shotgun. I don't know if it's Gnasher or Gnasher. It's like G-N-A-S-H-E-R. So it's either Gnasher or Gnasher. So whichever one you prefer. He does only come with one. There's actually a lot of detail in this gun. It's a sawed-off shotgun. So let's start with the paint. The paint is very nicely detailed. You can see the handle, it's brown. It's made like, wooden, as you can see here too as well. And then you can tell that the gun has like kind of like a gun metal kind of look. Has, it's like not really black, it's more like a gray, and it has like silver all around it. And then it has like a whole bunch of little intricate pieces to it, which is I think is very, very nice. Very nicely detailed, a little spike right there. They did very nice work with this. Considering this is a 2011, a 10-year-old figure, it's still very, very nice. Detailed, and the paint application is just very, very nice on it. And that's everything that the figure comes with. Just this shotgun. So, what we're going to do next is get the figure and take a closer look. Alrighty everyone, here he is, Dominic Santiago, or Dom. What I'm going to do first, because I did not actually forget this time, is we're going to take measurement. This figure stands, actually this one's almost at about 7 inches. I would say he's exactly 7 inches, if not a little bit lower than 7 inches. And now looking at the figure, just looking at this figure, you can tell they put in a lot of detail, from the paint application on his, on his face, the beard, the wrinkles. You can see the eyes. You can even see the earring on the side. A lot of detail they did put into work. All the detail and paint they did on this little vest here, like this yellowish part, the blue little things right here. That's just amazing work. The little yellow right here and the blue. And then just the detail they did on his like ripped up shirt right here. That's just nice. The tattoo, you can see it says Maria, his late wife. The gauntlets on his hands and the gloves, they're worn out because he's been in battle. He has extra bullets for the shotgun. He has his hat here. I'm not too sure what the hat is. I do want to say it's his wife's, but it's been a while since I played the game, so as you can see the back here, there's this hole right here. Unfortunately, because this gun doesn't have it, but most of the other, like I'm gonna be reviewing quite a lot of other Gears of War figures, the main ones at least, and some of the weapons they have like a little, I guess you can say, peg that you can peg them on here. Like for example, where is it? Right there. This you will usually would have a peg, and they would actually just peg on there, just stays like that. When they usually have, they have two weapons, a primary and their secondary, and they usually put one behind there and they just kind of leave it there. But this one doesn't have a peg. I've been looking for nothing on it, but the other ones do on the other figures, which I will be reviewing later on. As you can see, it's just the nice weathering they did in detail on the pants, and then the boot gauntlets he has right here. They're just so nice, and the detail they did on it is just amazing. Like he has like a little pouch right here, another pouch right there. Overall, just an amazing work on this figure. If you're a big fan of Gears of War, this figure is just amazing to have. Now, I was looking for some other Gears of War figures, as in, you know, Dom, I wanted the original one, but they are harder to find, and if you can find them, they're really up there in price. I mean, this one was kind of pricey because, you know, he was made in, you know, released in 2011. So, overall, this figure is just amazing. I do believe, actually, I just barely noticed that there's a cog symbol right on his belt right there. That's just awesome. Just the amount of detail they put on all these figures that you're going to see when I review them. But this one just in general, just very nice. There he is right there. So what we're going to do next is go over articulation. Alrighty everyone, so going over articulation, let's go from top to bottom. His head turns, you can turn in 360, but his chin is hitting right here. So I would say it turns about that much. He can look up, and he can look down a little bit. And then I was just noticing earlier, he does have a butterfly joint. As you can see, his whole shoulder moves. Shows a butterfly joint on both. His arms go up to about there. And they go down to about there. And I'm pretty sure they can turn 360 all the way. It's getting stuck right there. I'm going to put it back because I don't want to break it, but it was almost at 360. There we go. I don't know what's going on with that. It's kind of getting stuck. So yeah, there we go. There's no movement at the bicep. I do believe he does have a double bend joint at the elbow, but because his gauntlet kind of gets in the way, he goes a little bit further than 90 degrees, but because his gauntlet on his arm gets stuck right there at his bicep, it doesn't go up higher than that. His wrist does turn 360 degrees and is up and down. And this doesn't really look like a ball joint. It looks like, I don't know, it's a little bit different. It looks like it's the up and down movement into that, whereas the others are actually ball joints. So yeah, that's a little bit weird. I actually haven't seen that in a while. I'm saying that's not weird, but it's just I haven't seen that in a while because most of my other figures are, you know, either too old to have this or too new that they're just ball joints. Anyway, so there's no movement at the torso whatsoever, but at the waist, he does go back to about there, and he does go forward to about there. There's no sideways movement though, which I find a little strange. As far as his legs, now I'm going to do it with this one over here because this one, this hat kind of just flaps there, and I don't want to you know, accidentally push it too far and it kind of snaps off. So I'm just going to do it with this one, and maybe it might hinder it because of this. But as far as, so you can see, it's just kind of like snapping because I just have not moved these figures in a long time. They're just always in a museum pose. But as far as going forward, as you can see right here, it's already stopping. See? So he doesn't go up that far, look. And as far as going back, it's about the same thing. This thing kind of stops. I'm sorry. I'm looking at it through the side. As you can see, this kind of stops it right there. So it doesn't go that further back. Let's see. As far as the knee, these gauntlets really, I don't know if they're really called gauntlets, but I just call them gauntlets. That's what these are called, boot gauntlets. They really hinder the movement of the figure. So I'm pretty sure this figure does not have a double ball joint at the knee. But that being said, not being said that he doesn't have a double joint, he does have a single ball joint, or just a joint, and not even a ball, it's just a joint. But because of this stuff right here, it doesn't let it go up any further than about there. And then also because of these, he does have movement at his ankle, not sideways. I mean, a little bit of play, but not much. But up and down, these really hinder it. So he goes up to about there, and he goes down. Actually, he does go down quite a bit. And as you can see, he does actually have movement at his toes, which is actually very nice because a lot of figures don't come with that, which And I'm really surprised this one does come with that. So also, what I was going to do next is do figure comparisons, but because this is a new line of figures that I'm, reviewing, I'm not going to compare any Mezco, any Diamond Select, anything like that right now, because I don't know, when I was doing some other videos and I was comparing, like, I don't know, Punisher with Carnage, I know there's some Marvel, but they're not really there. You can't really compare, John Wick with Carnage, or John Wick with the Punisher. They're not in the same, I guess you can say, universe. But I mean, I know Punisher and Carnage are. So what I'm trying to say is, it'll be a little bit weird if I were to compare this figure with, I don't know, John Wick or the Punisher, when they are not even in the same range of anything. This is a video game character. John Wick is a movie character. The Punisher is a comic book character. So it would just be really weird for me to put him, to try to do a comparison. Now, I will be doing more NECA figures, and I will be comparing the NECA figures, side by side, later on down the road. If you guys would like for me to compare, some Diamond Select figures, some Toy Biz figures, I'll be more than welcome to take them out, and do height comparisons. So yeah, let me know down in the comments below if you want to see some height comparisons with some different figures. But for now, it's just doing comparisons in general. I'm going to keep it with the NECA figures, and the NECA figures are also going to be kept with their perspective universe, I guess you can call it. Like, I'm gonna be doing a whole bunch of Gears of War. I'm gonna stick to the Gears of War. If I do any other video games, I'll put them with this. If I do some horror, icons, I'll do all the horror icons and do some comparisons. So that's what my plans are for now. Alrighty, folks, there he is, Dominic Santiago, or Dom, from NECA, released in 2011, part of the Gears of War 3 video game. If you like the video, please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you have any questions, please comment down below, or anything. You can say anything they don't just have to be questions. If you have anything positive, anything negative, any comments help. Please, if you watch the videos, please watch them all the way through. It really helps the channel, and it really helps YouTube circulate the videos a lot more. Also, I have an Instagram. If you want to get a sneak peek before YouTube, please give me a follow. I'll leave the link down in the description down below. That being said, we'll see you on the next one. Take care.